Welcome back to this video of the FAQ video series on the KNX IP BAOS 777. In this video, we take a look at how we can implement switching control with feedback in the visualization of the KNX IP BAOS 777. Therefore, I'm in the ADS6 in an example project that I have just created. In this example project, we have two twisted pair lines. Now you don't need two twisted pair lines. This just represents the topology of my demo board. And there we have a BAOS 777 as well as an KNX IO 510. So a two-fold switching actuator. And now to create light switching functionality in the BAOS, I first of all go into the parameters of the BAOS. There within the rooms page, I first of all create a new room and I will call it, for example, living room. And here inside of this room I can now create up to 16 different functions. 10 of them are basic functions and then I have 6 additional extended functions with a little bit of more options that I can choose from. For light switching, we only need a basic function, and here under function 1.1 I will now enable switching control with state, so with the feedback. Now I can also give this function a name, so I will call it, for example, light. And with that we have created the light switching function in the KNX IP BAOS and also therefore within the visualization. Now if we take a look at the group object, here we got two new group objects. Light switching on off and light switching state, which we now need to hook up to the switching actuator. Therefore I go to the switching actuator. As you can see, I have already set it up. Here we also have a switching object and a state object. Now I simply need to hook those group objects into the corresponding group addresses. As you can see, I already have created a main and middle group, and I now just need to create two group addresses. So light living room and here also in the state middle group. And now we can just drag and drop the group objects into the group addresses. The same here for the BAOS. Also here switching to switching and state to state. And with that set up, we can go into the dynamic folders here in modified devices and download all the necessary informations onto the devices. So after the download has finished, I can open up the web server and log into the visualization. And now here you can see we now have a living room with the light function that we just created. And if I press here on, you can see that the switching actuator turns its output on. I can also turn it off and on again. And if I turn it off manually, you can also see that the state updates accordingly to it. So this is how you can create a switching function with feedback on the BAOS 777.